Welcome to the Roadhouse Podcast.
Welcome to the Roadhouse Podcast. This week on the podcast, Tom Ivanov joins us for a discussion on flying. The winds of change can lift the plane, but how far are you willing to fly? As far as it takes to get to where I need to be. 3, 2, 1. Engines ready? As time slows down, we just speed up. Destroy the love bug. Let's get this show on the road. Enjoy the show.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Roadhouse Podcast.
This is your captain speaking.
The most natural and unapologetic podcast in the world. I'm your host, Roadhouse. Joining me today is producer forever.
Producer forever.
What is up, man?
Is finally in studio from Canada. He was out fleeing Justin Trudeau's cold
northern country, yes.
We'll get into some of that.
I'm out here in Oregon now.
And then we have a very special guest. He's a pilot. He's 20 years old. Flies in the air while you're on OnlyFans beating off. Tom Ivanov.
Hey, what's up, Rudy?
What's up, dude? Thanks for showing
thanks
up.
for having me.
So, just want to get into it. Did you fly here or did you drive here?
I wish. That'd be fucking pretty badass. But
you didn't hear the helicopter?
Yeah.
The whole house was shaking.
I took the train next to your house right here.
Dude, that shit shakes this whole place up when the train comes through. So, you're 20 years old, started flying. Half these 20-year-olds out here ain't doing jack shit with their lives. And a little sad to see, but whatever, fuck them. Like, it doesn't matter. How old were you when you started taking your classes?
Shoot, I must have been 16 when I started flying. I think, maybe 17. I guess I have some different opportunities growing up with my dad and shit like that, but he's like...
Who cares, dude?
Yeah, I know. He's like, dude, you should go get your pilot's license. Like, just go fucking do it. And I was like, all right, I'll try it out. Never flown a little plane, nothing like that. Like, just next weekend, I went and started ground school, and I was like, shit, let's try this out, and started flying, and there it was. Just started taking the classes, and
how many?
I haven't looked back since then.
Isn't it like you have to have a certain amount of hours?
Yeah, so you have to have like 40 hours minimum to get your private license, 20 hours with an instructor, 20 hours solo, and there's just a bunch of other like requirements, like, I don't know, like 3 takeoffs, 3 landings at Tower Airport, just a bunch of little shit like that you have to do, so... Just got it all done. I ended up getting my license with like 67 hours. I went through like 4 instructors.
Were you scared 3 of them?
Yeah. Almost killed them.
Hey, wow.
No, my first one just quit. My second one went to the airlines. Third one didn't like flying with at all. Like, just didn't like him. And then the fourth one, he just got hired on. I'm like, oh, I'll give him a shot. And me and him just hit it off. And we hired him on the company, actually. So eventually when we got our plane and stuff like that, like, hey, you want to come work for us? And he actually still works for us for, I think, almost 2 years now. So
hell yeah. So what is the, how similar do you have to do anything like, when you're getting your driving license, you go on a drive test? So, how similar is that to getting your pilot's license?
So, I have to do a check ride. So my oral, you have to start with the oral. You do it with an examiner, not even the guy that basically taught me how to fly. You have to do it with some random person you never met before. He killed me on my oral because I did bad on my my written test. So he takes all my written test questions that I got wrong, and he just questions the shit out of me, like just blows me up for hours. So my oral was 6 hours long, sitting at a desk just like this.
A lot of oral.
Yeah. So we were just sitting here for 6 hours, just basically he's just talking. It's just like a conversation, basically.
He's talking and you're just doing the oral test?
Yeah.
Oh, man. What
exactly.
a guy.
Oh, yeah. So we're just like, I have those big ass foldable maps and shit like that. And he's just like, hey, what's this? What's this? What's this? Starts questioning me and stuff like that. And then he's like, if you pass, let's go. Here, you pass, let's go fly. So once I knew I passed the oral, I was like, oh, I'm good. Like I know I passed the flying portion.
What's the furthest you've flown?
Well,
by yourself.
Myself, I haven't done a lot by myself. I flew a little 172 to Medford. But like me and the pilot.
You hit up In and Out in Medford?
Yeah, I did actually.
Oh yeah, dude. That's the only good thing.
Why am I going to sit 4 hours in a line when I fly there for 3 hours?
Roger that.
Yeah. But the furthest flight I did was from London, Ontario. So we took our plane back from there. Not solo, with our pilot, but that was my farthest leg. And it was like 2 days, and that was 14 hours of flying across country.
14 hours straight of flying?
No. We did like 4 stops, I think. So like 4 stops for fuel. We stayed the night, 1 night, I think. So when we left, we cleared customs in Michigan, went to like North Dakota, fueled up, and then from North Dakota went to Idaho, stayed the night, and then flew to Portland.
Fuck. You just walked through the airport. You wear like the Tom Cruise aviators and pilot jacket.
I always like go shopping. I'm like, hey, you think I should take this leather jacket?
No, dude, you need to just get like the Tomcat freaking, what's that movie? Top Gun?
Top Gun.
The Top Gun flight suit. Like, I was inverted. That scene. That's the only thing I would do. And how big is this plane?
This is just a little twin piston.
Like how many people?
It'll carry 4 people pretty comfortably, but.
And what's the biggest you've flown?
Biggest I've flown in a little Citation 500 jet. It's like tiny jet, like 6-passenger jet.
Still a jet, has a jet engine.
Yeah.
Nice, that's crazy.
So that's like the biggest I've flown.
F-16 is next, huh?
I've never flown in those, but I wish. I hope I have a chance.
It would be
in
insane, man.
I hope I have my chance in one of those, but we'll see.
What's your favorite part about flying? Because it's badass. Like I've never fucking flown a plane. I have no idea where to even start. I've never even done a flight simulator, dude.
Yeah,
I have done that though, but that's just like.
Yeah, it's like whatever. Like, dude, I remember my first.
To go through training though, you have to do.
You can, but you don't. I mean, I did like barely any. Like,
okay.
You don't have to even do sims, but like I remember I did one for my first lesson in ground school. I couldn't even fly the plane. I'm like I suck ass at this. But then you jump in the real plane and you kind of get it going. So
they were allowing you to do that at 16 and 17, or you're just doing like classes at that age.
So you can get your license at 17. So I think I started like right before I turned 17 with ground school, and so basically it took me like a year to get my license. I think so.
Damn. That's awesome.
How hard is it landing? Landings seems like a bitch.
Landings are the hardest. Yeah, it took me like 300 landings. Like
300 landings?
Yeah. Well, like I think I was.
Any real sketchy landings?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. What do you mean? Like what makes it sketchy?
Just floating. Like so, the sketchiest one I've had. So yeah, we were flying to Redmond, and it was an R plane actually. Not even when I was learning, and you get a bad one here once in a while. I was just over Redmond, and I was just looking down the runway because when you're landing, you're just looking down the runway.
Oh, was your dad with you?
Yeah, my dad was with me.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I got grilled, and I still get grilled with this landing like to this day.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, and so we were in Redmond, and I just like stalled it like 6 feet over the runway and just plopped it right on. And it was a hard bang. Like, it was not a good one, so... I get shit for it.
Whenever I'm in commercial airliners and I feel like a good landing, it's noticeable. So one of the pilots I had was like, I didn't feel anything. It just perfect. But that's probably somebody with a hell of a
I've been on some rough landings.
Oh yeah, that as well. But yeah.
All I imagine is like the two pilots just looking at each other like, ooh, that one was a fucking rough one.
Literally, that was the same thing with me. I'm like, I stalled it over and I'm like,
is it your dad just looking at you like,
yeah, I unmute his mic and he just starts grilling me and I was like,
and push the mute button again real quick. Do you have your own plane?
I'm building one right now, actually.
Building one?
Yeah.
How many seats?
Only 2. It's a little guy.
A little 2-seater, a little Ferrari.
It's actually it's not even. It's more like a Prius, not even a Ferrari. It's probably like one of the slowest planes in the world. Actually, it'll land at like 35 miles an hour, but it'll only land and take off in 100 feet.
How the hell do you build a plane?
You just buy a kit and you just put it together.
Like Tetris?
Yeah. No, it's not a biplane. It's just a high wing, but it's on bush tires, so it has like 29-inch Alaskan bush wheels. And I'm just putting it together in my shop. I've been going for like a year and a half, but work.
You guys park everything at...
So my plane, the one I'm building is at home.
You might want to edit that out.
I'm building my plane at home. Year and 6 months. But yeah, so I've been at it for a year and a half building my plane. Work, girlfriend, just doing other pilot stuff. stuff like that.
Have you flown with just you and your girlfriend?
Yeah, well, it took her. That was like our second date, actually.
Oh my god,
or something like that.
You know how many girls wish that their boyfriends took them on a plane?
Yeah,
you could literally fly like anywhere, and then when you propose, like I don't know, next month or something. But
yeah, next month.
But is there anything? Is this something that you'd want to like turn into a career?
No, I mean, I guess knowing my background, I wouldn't want to fly on someone else's schedule, like just flying airlines or something. Like that's just not how I can live my life. I don't know. It's just like be way too hard.
City to city, like
stay in the night away, way out. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
State.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's gross. Yeah. That's gross. Oh, what is this? F-16.
Look up.
Buddy, yeah, you got to join like the Air Force.
I'm way too big to join the Air Force. That's the only thing.
Is it?
What's the size?
I don't even know, but I know I'm too big for it. I know that.
The planes, the cockpits are small or what?
Yeah, they're pretty small. Huh. But check out an F-22 Raptor. It's like the most badass one.
What is it? Pull up this 22 Raptor, dude. When you were going through the classes, were you the youngest one? Or is there like multiple people in the class?
Yeah, so there was
like solos.
There was like 10 people in my ground school, but like once you're flying, it's just you and your instructor basically. You have to schedule him and schedule the plane. And but when I was doing my class, there was like one more kid, but I got my license way before him. I don't even know where he's at now.
There's like a bunch of people in Alaska. There's so many plane crashes in Alaska.
Well, Alaska is like, what is it? I think it's the state with the most unlicensed pilots. So people just go up and fly, and they're like, yeah, screw it.
Land in fucking random fields, dude.
Yeah.
I remember I was like, just one summer I was fishing. There was like 4 plane crashes. I'm like, 4 plane crashes?
Yeah. Well, and then it's like crazy mountainous over there. Like mountains are like the craziest killers of pilots too. Like,
I know, ask Kobe.
Yeah.
Is that too soon? Oh man, what'd you think about it? Okay, hold on. Before we dive into some Kobe, have you flown a chopper?
I've flown in one. Never flown. I guess I held the stick in one, but not like really flown one. It's a whole different ball game to fly a chopper than an airplane.
What makes it so different?
I couldn't even tell you because I don't know much about helicopters, but like just like a big ass blade on top, spinning your whole helicopter, all that torque and just all that stuff you have to control.
They define all the laws of physics. It's like I don't.
Yeah.
So the tail blade, the rotor as well has to like balance that. But I can think that with these drones that exist today, right? Why wouldn't there be a helicopter with 4 blades on?
I'm not sure why that'd probably be expensive.
No, it probably does exist actually. It probably exists, but
probably crazy expensive to pay for 4 engines.
Yeah, exactly.
Producer Forever here. This kind of drone helicopter hybrid does in fact exist. It is called the Volocopter.
But yeah, so I've heard that a helicopter taking off and landing is like the hardest part for a helicopter, but once you're in the air flying, it flies just like an airplane.
Man. Yeah. That choppers are sick. What do you think happened to Kobe's chopper?
I think he just got kind of, I don't know what the word is, impatient and or kind of became boss-like. And,
yeah, hey, Kobe, like pissed off, zero patience.
Yeah, we can go fly today, and he just kind of.
What do you mean we can't get over this hill? Go over the hill.
And I don't know. I mean, the helicopter pilot was like IFR rated, so he could fly into clouds. The the helicopter was IFR rated, so it could fly into clouds. And I'm not sure why they didn't go that way, but I think he just flew into the clouds. And I know when you fly into the clouds, your body's like, where the fuck am I? Like, you get so disoriented. You just have to keep your eyes on the instruments. So I think he went down like a left bank, like 4,500 feet per minute. And your body doesn't even know it because it can't reference any land or anything. So when I flew into a cloud for the first time, I'm like flying. I'm like, oh, I think I'm doing good. Dude, I was in a 45-degree turn, and I didn't even know. And my instructor was like, hey, look at that instrument right here. And I'm like, oh, shit. Level the wings.
Oh, shit. So when you're flying through clouds, it's legit. Is it like fog? What does it look like?
Yeah, it's just white. It's just white. Like, it's all different. Like, you see those clouds that are really thick, and then you see those clouds that are really thin. Like, you can still see the ground.
How much money do I need to pay you to fly me through the Bermuda Triangle?
I don't know. I've never done that. I heard it's a bunch of bullshit, though. So
yeah. Me too. Let's go.
It's a bunch of bullshit. Let's go. No, that's helicopter rescues. And in Alaska, you're saying a lot of crashes happen. That's from planes only, or is that
There's a lot of those like the small ass planes.
I think it's a lot of the little planes because they have short gravel runways, and so they're landing short and shit like that.
Oh, so it's
and then they go up, so you get like those clouds that are really low some days and are covering the mountains.
Yeah,
and then you're just flying through, and then you don't see a mountain and stuff like that.
Oh shit, dude, that's not.
You like if a cloud parts and then all of a sudden you see just rock, you're like, nope.
Yeah. So like even
you don't have time. You'd absolutely disintegrate.
Yeah. So like when we're flying above the clouds, sometimes we can see the mountain peaks poking out of the clouds. Like they're out there. So that's why.
Shit!
Like when you get your license, you can't fly through clouds. You're a VFR, so visual flight reference. You're a VFR pilot only. You have to go do another like 50 hours of time to do your IFR rating, which is instrument flight rules or instrument flight rating, and that's just flight basically. Solely referenced to instruments on your plane. So you're flying through clouds, you can't see shit. You have to all just fly it off the instruments.
Are there any instruments that are so like GPS coordinated accurate to the point where they will know within like 20 feet or something like that?
So like I don't know what the exact, I don't know how, like our plane, we shoot GPS autopilot approaches all the time. It'll take it all the way to the ground, all the way to the runway.
Really?
Yeah, so there's like the airliners that are shooting like Cat 3 approaches, crazy approaches. And they're fully autopilot, fully auto land. They just monitor, and it even touches the brakes and everything for them.
Damn! So it knows everything. That's pretty cool.
So
that's a Tesla plane.
Yeah, and how it does that, it has a radar altimeter. So the altimeter is how you get your altitude reading. They have a radar altimeter that's shooting a beam to the ground, and it's coming back to the plane. So they always know where they're at.
Oh, nice!
Yeah, in reference to the ground.
That's pretty cool.
How often are you communicating with like air traffic controllers?
It just depends. Like when
you ever fuck with them, or is that really bad?
Sometimes
I'm coming in hot,
dude. I actually was in McMinnville the other day, and like you get these big jets coming in. They're fast. They're like 100. They're coming in 150 miles an hour. You get these little Cessnas that are doing 80 miles an hour. And this guy on the radio, I was just listening to him.
You can hear like kind of like when you're fishing, you could probably hear most boats out in the water. Can you hear like all these pilots?
When you're at an airport, you hear everyone. Like you hear everyone's on frequency. So I guess McMinnville's a small airport. It's untowered. So when you're coming into land, you are basically talking with everyone that's there, and you're just working together and keeping spacing and all that stuff. But like airports like Aurora, Portland, Salem, they're all towered. So they're just telling you what to do, and you just come in and basically follow their rules.
Dude, that job, air traffic controller, if you fuck up, you fuck up. Like, people die.
Yeah.
I wanted to be, when I was in high school, I wanted to be an air traffic controller.
Really? I think that'd be really badass. But, like, you get, like, air traffic controllers that are, like, not pilots. They just got an air traffic control degree. I don't know what, though.
I went on a job shadow, and it was boring as fuck.
Really? To be an
air traffic controller? I'm like...
Yeah, you just stare at a screen.
Like, it's really stressful.
I'm like, you just stare at a radar and just, like, tell these planes where to go. But... yeah, so like McMinnville, there was we just taxied in. There was a guy, a jet, huge jet rolling in, like 12-passenger jet. And there's the little Cessna's like, hey, you think we can fit in? He's like, no, we're coming in kind of hot. So just kind of like, basically just like, get the fuck out of our way and kind of thing. But yeah, he came in, and then that little 172 came in after him. So everyone just working together on the frequency.
That little thing right there?
Yeah, that's a 150.
That's what like gets crashed in Alaska all the time.
Yeah,
we're looking at a Cessna.
So, let's see. Oh, those are all 150s. So the one on the left is more like what I trained in. These are tiny. These are like, I can't even fit in those.
Those are the drug smuggling planes right there.
Basically.
Coming from Colombia with the cocaine. Do you ever get like passed up when you're flying? You ever see someone like fly by you, flip you off or something?
No.
Get out of the air, buddy.
Yeah, no. Like when we're on final or something, coming in like from a far way, like long ways out, and there's a jet behind us, they'll fly over the top of us sometimes and come in on top. But the plane I fly right now, it's fast. It keeps up with everything. So we can come into Seattle, Portland, and we keep up with all the jets.
Do you have done any barrel rolls?
No, I've never done a barrel roll. I wanna do an
Do you have the proper plane to do?
No, I don't. So like you have to be a rated aerobatic. So I think it's like plus or minus like 6 Gs. I don't know exactly, but I think our airplane is standard, so it's like plus 3.8 minus 1 G, and so it'd be way too hard to do a barrel roll. I've done spins before; those are pretty crazy. You come up and stall an airplane, and you just kick a left rudder over, and your wing just flips, and you start, I guess, I don't know, kind of turning like this, like. and just
going
spiral
down?
Yeah, just spiral down into a dive, and you just pull out of it. It was pretty fun.
Does your stomach come out of your mouth or anything like that?
No, I was fine, but I'm sure some people would be like, yeah, fuck this.
That's wild. You stall out, it's like, just everything kind of shuts off a little bit?
Well, no, I don't turn the engine off, so I just stall. So a stall is basically where there's no more lift created on the wings, so the airplane just basically starts falling. And like these little planes right here, they pop out of stalls so easy. They pop out of spins. They do it all themselves. I don't know why, but they're just built different.
How many are these like Delta Airlines pilots? How many of them are actually flying the plane?
They're all flying. They're all taking off and landing, but
is that all they really got to know, to take off and the landing?
they're flying the planes, but as soon as you take off, you're hitting autopilot. And then from then on to your destination, it's all buttons, dials, like selecting altitudes with the dial, selecting your heading with the dial, putting in GPS waypoints. That's it.
Do you wear a mask while you fly?
No, fuck that.
Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Did you see? There's so many videos of people getting kicked off like planes for not wearing their masks. Like, sir, you need to eat your peanuts and put your mask on between bites. And you're like, what? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
It's insane. It's ridiculous. I don't know anymore.
Did your dad make you learn how to fly planes to be his chauffeur?
No.
Or is it something that you actually wanted to get
Well,
into?
he told me just to go do it. He's like, screw it, go do it. And I was in high school. I was my senior year. I had like all my credits. I had like probably one credit to fill. So I had late start, early release. So after school, I'd be going straight to the airport every day, working on my license. And I was like, screw it. Like, I fell in love with it. It's like my favorite hobby now. So I would have never thought that I'd be a pilot one day. Like,
yeah, dude. You're
No idea.
defying the laws of gravity.
Yeah.
Like, you're flying over here on two legs, fucking walking around. Oh, dude.
I think there's like 2 or 3, I don't know, Russian guys of us that have pilot's license now. So
Who else has one?
Leo Yakis has his.
Does he still fly?
He built his own plane. Yeah, he actually does. I go flying with him quite a bit.
I know in Canada there was a pilot, I believe, I'm not going to say
Yeah, I know who that guy is too.
plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that. I guess I'll say, but I'll cut it out afterwards. But yeah, there's a couple of pilots out there that are trained, but one of them didn't end up flying. This is the one that's probably fake, but still, check it out.
It has to be fake. There's no way. There's no fucking way.
There's no way the Joker got his prissy ass on the wings of a plane playing tennis.
This is just like the Van Damme video is real, actually.
What's his name? Djokovic?
Yeah, something like that. This is just like a promotional video. I was like,
yeah, not it.
No
It was
way.
like that. It was like that video of Kobe jumping over like that car or something when it was coming at him. Have you gone skydiving?
No, I kind of don't want to, but I kind
I've
of
never
want
gone
to.
skydiving.
Really?
I don't plan on it.
Why not?
I don't really need to, dude. Why am I gonna go jump out of a plane?
That's kind of my logic too. It's like, why am I going to jump out of a plane when I can just fly over and look at
Dude,
everything?
I'm telling you.
But I've heard the adrenaline rush is worth
I
it,
became such a pussy since I've gotten older and married. Like all this shit that I used to do, like crazy shit. I'm like, I'm scared. I think about it. I'm like, dude, I used to do that. Like, it's scary.
Well, no.
I think I missed the boat on jumping out of it.
I say now you have to put together a skydiving trip for a roadie and make sure you guys record
I've
it
never
all.
been skydiving, and I also do not want to skydive. Or I don't want to skydive ever.
Yeah, but now you guys have to put a Roadhouse Pod video
sorry,
out.
okay,
of
you want
roadie
to skydive?
No, I also just don't want some
Roadie.
dude, like some dick strapped up
by
to my
yourself?
ass.
I think you have to for the first couple of jumps.
I know, but
Roadie,
I
I
mean,
think if you get a certain amount of views on this podcast, you have to go skydiving.
dude.
Oh man, it's like you're tempting fate, and I hate that feeling so much.
I want to go
Regardless,
solo because you have to jump out with the dude strapped up to you.
Yeah.
you have to for a little bit.
You're
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna trust a girl to. I mean, no sexism here, but
Well, I'm sure there's amazing girl
I'd rather have
skydivers.
a guy strapped to my back.
I'm sure
you
there
know?
are some amazing girl skydivers out there, but for whatever you're comfortable with, because
But I
you're
don't
jumping out of
wanna-
a damn plane, dude. You're literally jumping out of a plane. That's not a game anymore. It's like if you forget or you have a freaking heart attack in the middle of it because you're so like amped up, you're gonna fall and you're gonna be a pancake, and that's about.
I'm not worried about having a heart attack. I'm worried about a guy getting a boner touching my butt, and then like the one thing that I'm gonna know before if something happened and I just turn into a pile of pudding on the ground. The last thing before I died is like some dude's boner was just poking me in the back.
Dude, that is one of the
Probably
most-
ended up in your
That's
ass.
Probably ended up in my ass. Because I guided it there, but I don't know.
that is That's an irrational fear compared to the actual. I mean, I'm sure that's a safe way.
It's a very irrational fear. Like,
Yes.
he's so homophobic. He doesn't want to jump out of the plane.
Yeah, no, but that's not the reason why I don't want to jump out of a plane at all. I just feel like you have maybe two chances. You have one shoot, and if that shoot doesn't work, you have another shoot, and that's it. So if you don't do that, you might survive, but you're gonna have zero bone
but how
structure.
many people really die from skydiving? Like
Very, very little. You're right. Maybe that's an irrational fear.
you
in my
have
own
more of a
mind.
chance of dying driving to work than you do skydiving. So it's like,
Would you rather skydive or
bungee
go on a
jump?
hot air balloon?
oh,
I haven't done either, and I am gonna do neither. So good luck.
A hot air
Dude,
balloon. It's
I've-
the dumbest shit.
really? Is it?
It is retarded.
So I shouldn't go.
If you want, but it's like,
Dude, I've seen those ones like on fire and shit. Like I've seen the videos, and I'm like, I don't want to go on one. Yeah.
What if they catch on fire? What if some random dude in the middle of the forest decides to snipe your damn freaking air balloon out of the air? And that's probably not gonna happen. But regardless, you're gonna fall.
thought about it.
I've thought about a lot of this. I'm not afraid of heights for the most part if it's a structure.
Yeah, but you think one little hole would bring a hot air balloon down?
Probably not. Actually, the fire will be much more dangerous because if it catches fire on the whatever it is, nylon, whatever it is, it's
Yeah,
gonna
you're going down.
You're going, yeah.
I
Exactly.
don't know enough about hot air balloons because I was just thinking about it. What is the canvas made out of? Do you just have a fire propelling into?
Yeah, and I don't get how they steer either. Do they just follow the winds or like do they steer
Man, I wish I researched this beforehand because
I didn't know we were gonna fucking get on a hot air balloon.
It would be badass to hook up with it. Hypothetically speaking, any other man, not myself, if you hook up in a hot air balloon. And then, but the guy is flying. Hey man, turn around, or you come join.
Dude, how is it like? Is the basket like pretty tall? Like, you think you just fall? You
no,
just
you
jump
can't.
out of
You
it?
can't fall out. It's like up to probably close to.
Are you harnessed in or anything?
No,
No, you're not harnessed
I mean,
in.
if
But
you want
also,
to jump out, you can.
What's the
Really?
Probably just not going to work out for you. It's not gonna
No,
work
it's
out
not.
well for you.
What's the
Damn,
safety
what if-
protocol? What's the safety protocol? What's the?
I don't know.
Is there
What
like
if someone
a,
just like pays to go commit suicide off a hot air balloon? They just hop out. Like, it's pretty
I
crazy.
guess
shit.
you don't have to tell anybody at that point.
Yeah, you just like
the person wanted
the guy's
to do
just
it,
gonna
but
turn around and just look back. There's no one there.
You would be like probably scarred for life though, thinking like that. That guy just threw his life away on my hot air balloon.
But you're with the girl, and she's like, the operator threw him over, and then they got to have some sort of cameras up there. I would assume that there's cameras on the hot air
Nowadays,
balloon.
it's so easy to have cameras. It's possible that companies would probably implement them inside of the hot air balloons. But for the most part, back in the day, the last
doubt
20,
it.
30 years, I doubt it.
Yeah.
Have any of you guys bungee jumped?
No,
Nope.
I'd bungee jump though. That'd be fun.
You'd bungee jump?
Yeah.
I've seen some.
Dude, I went
the
to-
one chance, the snapping videos and the freaking flying into the water.
In Vegas, they do it off the stratosphere, and I'm like, that's a lot of curb down there. Like,
Yes, exactly.
If I'm gonna bungee jump, it's got to be water.
I went to
below me.
ski bowl this summer. Like they have the alpine slide and shit over
Oh,
there.
that ain't shit. Don't
Yeah, I
tell
know-
me
no,
about that little.
I know it ain't shit. But hear this out. I was fucking too heavy to go on it, and I was like, "Fuck!" I couldn't even.
They
bungee
didn't
jump.
let you?
Yeah, I was like, I think 10 pounds
Well, it's
over.
also for like 5-year-olds, but
Well, yeah, I know, but I still wanted to do it. Still want to throw a backflip
Yeah.
off that.
What is this thing?
It's like a ski bowl where you go snowboarding right here at Mount Hood. They have like an adventure park
during the summer.
Yeah,
it's
the-
badass. A lot of
it's
people
pretty
don't
badass.
know about it.
Yeah, it's cool. So they have like alpine slide. They have a bunch of shit there, like go karts, everything.
Okay, I've been to Mount Hood once and I didn't even snowboard. I just kind of like hung out.
You know what an alpine slide is?
Is it anything similar to like when you're like snowboarding down like a sand?
It's not snow.
It's like you sit in these little plastic ass carts and you just slide down like this plastic slide. I don't know what it like.
No,
Is it
I've never,
plastic or
I've
is it
never seen
cement?
it.
It's the slide is plastic. I'm pretty sure. I'm sure it's like some kind of like I don't know crazy grade material, but
It's
and then
so fun.
The skids are plastic too.
Yeah.
So-
you have a break.
Yeah.
You have a break, and
Okay.
you haul some dick.
Yeah.
You go. I've seen people like fly off the edge and eat shit so bad, roll down the mountain.
There's like
That sounds fun.
when I went
So fun.
when I went
It
you'd get
sounds
like
fun.
a good cart or you'd get like the slow shitty cart that's not even sliding down. I was like, what the hell? I was so pissed off.
I'm not sure. I probably should look it up right now, but that kind of reminds me of the Action Park movie when they had that freaking slide with no brakes or the brake slide. I can't remember if you've seen
I
that.
don't know.
Did you guys ever have those in gym school back in the day? Probably, definitely not in your time. Where you
Those
ride
little gas scooters?
You sit on these little carts, but like
yeah.
and you move the handlebars to like move around.
Dude, I've seen those. I know what you're talking about. I've seen
that's
those.
kind of what those sleds are, but
Yeah.
with the
Okay, no,
brake.
I see exactly what I'm talking about. This wasn't the movie Action Park, but Action Park actually existed. This is not this long though. This is like a very, very long version of it. Summer Toboggan.
Once you go, like, I went on a pretty slow day, that we could like you go down, you get up, you're already going again.
Yeah,
we would get to a
was.
point where we weren't even hitting the brakes. We just like, dude, just
Dude,
go.
I'm
all
too
the way
heavy.
down.
I pick up the speed like so fast.
You hit that corner.
Yeah, and I'm like on the edge, and there's no way. I'm like, I gotta hit the brakes.
Dude, it's so much. Yeah, it's so much fun.
That does look like fun. I do feel, I'm
They
not
have like a party over there at Ski
Yeah,
Bowl. There's like
and then like
bungee jumping, rock
yeah, but
climbing.
you go into government camp. They have all the freaking they have like Mountain Brewery and everything, and all the restaurants.
Yeah,
It's just badass out there.
It's over now.
Where is this at?
Mount Hood.
Hood.
Ski
Oh,
Bowl.
yeah.
It's a summer
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Do they even have it open this year?
Yeah, they did. I went.
Where everyone wearing masks?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's like you all slip them down. It's like
What do we
whatever.
have? Do we have 2 more weeks of these masks or what?
I wished, man. I thought months ago. I thought people would not accept them, but I guess people are just. I don't know. I'm not gonna. I did not think it would last this long.
I've been going to like job walks wearing a mask and like 6 feet apart on like masks, dude.
No, it's not helping, in my opinion. But what am I gonna? Who am I? I don't know shit. So.
I got no clue either.
Anyway, yes, I don't do this kind of stuff like hardcore action stuff. I do like scuba diving and stuff like that.
I've never tried. I heard if you go scuba diving and then you like get into a plane after, like
Oh,
Something
yeah,
like-
decompression. You can't do that. Yeah,
Yeah,
probably not.
what's
because,
about that?
There's nitrogen in your blood that builds up when you're down there because you're breathing air. And every single 30 feet is another atmosphere, essentially. So it's like a literally like fully atmosphere, but that's how much weight is on top of you, right? So you're breathing it in, and the oxygen, or whatever the air you're breathing in. Sorry, the nitrogen, I believe it's nitrogen accumulates. And then it's called if you ascend too fast, you get the bends, which will like have like nitrogen bubbles, like literally growing inside of your veins and stuff like that, and it can screw you over really badly. So I'm assuming that's why they're saying you don't go on a plane afterwards because you're literally another atmosphere above again.
Yeah.
So it's like
Those are different dimensions. Absolutely different dimensions.
I don't know how high you have to go to get to another atmosphere, but I'm guessing commercial airlines are about at least another atmosphere higher. So
I
meaning,
have no clue.
So if you're immediately done scuba diving for like half an hour, don't go on a plane.
Really, is it only half an hour? That's like a day.
I thought you're just not supposed to eat.
No, it's not very long.
Like
No,
20
no.
minutes before you.
I believe I might have to double check my facts because I haven't been scuba diving for quite a long time.
Producer Forever here. The Divers Alert Network recommends 12 hours minimum surface interval before flying. The U.S. Navy, for some reason, is only 2 hours, but the overall recommended, regardless of multiple dives or not, is 24 hours by the Professional Association of Diving Instructors.
Why are we not exploring? Is anyone exploring the ocean?
I believe James Cameron was a long time ago, and he found some cool ass shit, 100%. But I don't know. There's a lot of cool things. By the way, I still want to find Atlantis.
We find
should
shit
go.
in the ocean every day.
We should go.
Well, you're already a pilot. Might as well get a submarine license. Dude.
yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go find all
Titanic.
let's go find all the planes in the Bermuda Triangle.
Amelia Earhart.
Yeah.
Was it Bermuda Triangle that got Amelia Earhart?
I think so. Yeah, I think it.
Dude, we have to do a whole conspiracy corner on the Bermuda
I
Triangle.
miss Conspiracy Corner. How long has it been since you guys had one?
Yeah, I've had Atlantis queued up.
That's what I love. I'm glad I'm here for this. I freaking love Atlantis. I would love to get an expedition to go to find Atlantis. I have a couple of spots that I think it might be, but I would have to have a big. It would be a while till we can get it.
I was
set up.
supposed to go. Let's get a GoFundMe going.
Yeah, they're
Well, speaking of conspiracies, what's your take on chemtrails?
On chemtrails?
Yeah,
I know a lot of people are like real balls deep on the chemtrails.
I think it's all bullshit.
I don't give a fuck. I think that there's way more like plausible conspiracy theories that people just brush off as conspiracies. But chemtrails, are they spraying shit into the air? I don't know. I'm not a pilot. I'm not in that world.
I don't think so. I don't think.
I guess that would be. What do you think about chemtrails? Since
Dude,
you're the one. You're flying up there. You're just shitting out chemtrails,
Yeah,
dude.
so like, yeah, I got the tanks. I got the tanks in the back.
The government paid me $500,000.
No, so like the planes you see like way up there, you see those trails because the air is so cold up there. So it's just like breathing on a cold day. So you see your breath.
Yeah, is it similar to
Same
like
thing.
cold day driving a car exhaust, you're sitting at a light and you see the
that's what you're
exhaust from
seeing
there.
way up there. But you see all that propulsion out of the jet engines, and then you see how much fuel they're burning. I mean, chemtrails. All it is pollution. Like it's just crazy. Jets burn like crazy fuel. Like there's some jets. I don't know about the airliners, like 737s. You could probably look this up, but like just smaller business jets, they burn like 500 gallons an hour of jet fuel, straight jet fuel.
Do people partner up chemtrails with like weather control? Is that
That's
essentially?
I think that's what people say, right?
So no, actually, it's about global warming.
Right here, dude. Right here. This
It's
fact checker. This is a Facebook fact checker. Right here.
I believe that it did exist in the 60s. There was actually a time when they actually had particulates sprayed into the air because they thought it would reflect the sun back out into the atmosphere. Really? And I'm not sure if they're still doing it to this day, but they definitely experimented with it back in the day. I have no idea if they're doing it in 2012 or 2020, whatever year we're at. No, I'm not 8 years apart. I know we're 2020, but you know what I mean? Like, they did it in the past. I don't know if they're still doing it today. I don't know if it's a viable way to do it, but basically they take aluminum particulates and they put it into the air, into the atmosphere, the stratosphere, the exosphere, what's the next one after that?
I don't even know.
Thermosphere. And they...
I didn't know anything after atmosphere.
All I know is sky and space.
But yeah, it probably didn't work and they probably stopped doing it, but it did happen at a point. And if the aluminum is in the atmosphere, the sediment of it might fall down to the earth and get into the lakes and the waters, but I do not know if they're doing it to this day. But it did happen at one point, in my opinion, although I wasn't alive when it was happening.
Yeah, I don't believe him. I don't know. I just think it's just a bunch of pollution.
I'm not on the chemtrail.
Yeah, I have no idea if it's happening today anymore. I just know that was one of their theories about how to combat global warming when it first started to become an issue.
Producer Forever here. To clarify, cloud seeding is the process of spreading chemicals like dry ice to forcefully make clouds undergo precipitation to form frozen ice drops that will defrost and become water droplets as they fall. They did experiment with this in the 60s and 70s. However, this was different from what I was talking about. When it comes to global warming, what I was talking about was something called stratospheric aerosol injection. They will inject sulfide gases such as dimethyl sulfide, sulfur dioxide, carbonyl sulfide, or hydrogen sulfide into the atmosphere. Apparently, 1 kilogram of well-placed sulfur in the stratosphere would roughly offset the warming effect of several 100,000 kilograms of carbon dioxide. And they likely have been testing this out for the last 20 years or so to see what it would do here and there. Whether or not you believe global warming as a product of human carbon dioxide emissions, I just wanted to clarify.
I will tell you, and some people might get mad. Fuck global warming. Like I am so off on that when people are like, oh my God, we need to tax the people to protect the earth. Dude, you guys have been saying this shit and you have been wrong for like the last 100 years. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. You're fucking $20 out of every paycheck is not gonna stop.
There's more of a chance if like. What's the big issue with climate change? Like
come on,
tsunamis,
man.
tidal waves. Like, come on, man. Yeah. But like, okay, so
that's where we need the Biden. The Biden.
Exactly. The
soundbite.
The soundbite.
Come on,
exactly.
man. Anytime someone says something crazy, come on, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, climate change. Oh man, there's too much to talk about here. I should have my notes here. Okay.
I don't even know. I don't believe in climate change. I don't know. I think it's just cycles. Like I think we're all just like weather cycles. I think just shit happens.
I just think you can't like.
Because
the Earth is cycles.
There was those.
It's gonna recycle. One of these days, we're gonna get recycled.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be us, but I think the human race is gonna recycle. Fucking Pompeii. All you just need is Yellowstone to blow, San Andreas to fucking crack, and
or
we get the big one right off our coast in Oregon.
Man, dude.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, Rody, you're good. Oh, yeah, you are. You're good. You're east of I-5.
Yeah.
So you're good.
I made it. We made it.
Apparently, everything west of I-5 is going to be annihilated and obliterated. Nothing will exist anymore. I've heard this many times, but I think that, honestly, to make that fault crack right now, it would have to be on purpose almost. I mean, they say it's going to continue to happen, but what they can literally do, if there was a dark state cabal trying to destroy everybody... there could be they could literally drill nuclear charges into this fault along every single kilometer or so, right? Maybe like 12 nuclear charges, whatever.
Oh, kilometer. You're in the U.S. now.
Oh, sorry. All right. Miles. Every single
fucking kilometers. I totally forgot. I'm like, damn. There's like 3 clicks this way, about 4 clicks.
You measure your dick in centimeters?
Hey, I have not because I don't need to.
The only way it looks big.
Oh, there you go. That's funny, but no, they can probably activate the fault by the planting charges in there. They can do a lot of different things. There's oh man, all right. We're gonna.
I do think that's true. I think that you could like drill a hole, put a big ass bomb in there, blow it up.
And lines. Yeah, you can do that, and I'm not sure if they would. I have no idea if they would, but
why do all that when like Joe Biden could just call his China buddies like, hey, send the nukes.
Because it's going to start a war. They don't want a war. They want it to.
Hey, that's chill though. California just gets destroyed. That's fine.
They need it. California needs to be destroyed and rebuilt.
You ever watch Escape from LA?
Who's Escape from LA?
Kurt Russell, 1980s movie, I believe. Okay, we'll have to check that out.
Escape from LA.
Escape from LA.
Oh, Escape from LA.
Los Angeles gets separated from LA, from California, and there's like this prison island. It's like a freaking.
Los Angeles is a shit show, huh? Have you been there lately?
Nah, dude,
Did
I
you
haven't
fly
been
over there just to see what it's like?
Dude, when's the last time I flew to California? I don't even remember. I don't even know. I've never been to LA though. No.
LA's gross.
I've been to once. I've been to Disneyland once.
I've been to LA a few times. Disneyland is like in a war with the governor of California right now
because trying to open up.
Yeah, he's not letting them open up, but every other Disneyland, Disney World is open, and they're
Gavin Newsom or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Not
Gavin Douche-some, dude.
Did he really pass that mask order where you have to like take a bite of your food and then put your mask back on? I heard that.
I don't know how these motherfuckers are passing this shit because like no one voted on any of this.
Well, I think it's because they what's that called when you're in a state of emergency? So they can pass whatever they want.
Mandate the law.
They just mandate whatever they want.
This dick, dude.
I can't stand it, man. I'm so sick of it.
California is so corrupt. Gavin Newsom, his mother-in-law is Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi has Gavin Newsom by the balls. Nancy Pelosi out here getting her hair done with no mask on. And then when she gets caught, I fell for a setup. What? What are you talking about? You fell for a setup? That's a demon. Nancy Pelosi. The worst, Wolf Blitzer. Do you know who Wolf Blitzer is? Dude, CNN is so terrible. They're interviewing her and they're asking her about like, Nancy, why don't you want to pass this stimulus bill for more money for the people? And she's like, Trump won't sign it, blah, blah, blah. But she's trying to put in like all the Democrat cities, like bailout money for all the cities that are asking for a fuckload of money are all these big old Democrat cities.
Yep.
And so Trump's like, nah, fuck you guys. Like, why am I going to give you guys money to rebuild shit that you guys could have stopped, that you guys just let happen?
I think he offered to it a bunch of times, though, and they rejected it. I'm almost positive he offered.
Yeah, because he countered the different number. They didn't like that number.
It doesn't matter. They want him out of office.
See you next Tuesdays. But, Wolf Blitzer was like, I see people in the streets of your district that are starving, and she's like, we'll feed them. We'll feed them. And I'm like, what do you mean you'll feed them? Are these people your pets or something? It's fucked, dude. And especially Oregon. How does Kate Brown not get recalled?
Dude,
what the hell happened?
I don't know. I don't know how she hasn't got recalled yet, but I guess Portland's pretty crazy. Portland is just weird.
Portland sucks, dude. You want to know some conspiracy theorists think... you know how this whole human trafficking thing is going on right now?
Yeah.
People think that there's like tunnels under like Voodoo Donuts and shit.
I thought there was, though. I thought there was tunnels or some shit. Isn't there something down there?
I'm pretty sure like all these big cities have tunnels, like because they have all their sewage systems.
What's that word? Like the
where the Ninja Turtles live?
No, like what's that word? Like labyrinth or labyrinth? What's that?
Labyrinth is a labyrinth. Could be a
I
tunnel
thought there's like I thought there's like a tour you could go on under Portland.
I wouldn't go on that tour, dude. It might just snatch you up.
I'm pretty sure there's tunnels.
I know Paris has labyrinths from a long ass time ago. They're really scary. But yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of cities have it. I think there's a lot of actual government constructs that are built underground for just in case of nuclear war all over the world.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, no doubt.
And this is another thing that like really pisses me off. Speaking of like all these underground bunkers, and I hate how politics have like kind of. Especially when we were this whole coronavirus, you had this fucking pandemic. Fake pandemic.
I like that.
Fake pandemic.
That should be the episode title. The fake pandemic.
We can't get censored that way if we say fake pandemic.
Exactly. But I also mess up I mess up my shit all the time. I freaking,
Oh, dude, this is normal for me. All these people are like so invested, especially like I would have thought that like all the people your age of today, instead of worrying about we need to fucking get Trump out of office, we need to vote blue, whatever. Instead of like doing that, I would have thought that kids your age or even my age, your age, we would have been like figuring out how to build cities underground or cities underwater and shit. And right now, we're just like, oh my god, there's 70 gestures. Oh, yeah.
Dude, I don't get it either. I don't even know what to think of that.
All these potential future scientists so occupied in OnlyFans. Would you ever let your girlfriend have an OnlyFans?
No, fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah. That's what I said. I was reading this article the other day that was saying that you're like a terrible boyfriend if you don't let your girl have an OnlyFans.
I don't know.
Yeah, dick controlling over. Like, no.
That was so written by a woman.
So written by a woman, dude.
I also think all of this is being exacerbated by how the media is acting in general. It's like trying to promote certain things, and the media does have control. At least what do you call them?
Everything
media.
is over sexualized too.
Yeah, it is,
Super
but it's also
sexualized.
whatever topic they want to put to the forefront, they still can do it because alternative media is not nearly as powerful as the old school mainstream media is still. So they're like trying to like force it into everybody's minds, essentially.
The way you could fix everything, take away smartphones. Can you imagine?
Yeah, but that'll never happen.
That would never happen. It will never happen. If you had a flip phone, like if you went back to the fucking Razor from back in the day, and you just had a laptop. You had a laptop. You need to do all your business on a laptop.
Yeah.
But then everyone would be carrying their freaking laptop around.
Yeah, but then the
everywhere.
laptops would be like become the size of like a 6-inch laptop that you do everything on.
Well, that's what your phone is. Your phone is a computer. That's
yeah.
all it is,
But you don't have phones and you have a laptop. Your laptop's gonna be like 10 times more advanced than you are now.
dude. So it's a wild. It's crazy to see because I remember the time before there was internet.
Yeah,
And
well,
then now. Well,
I remember-
'cause, well, when did the internet? It was like the 80s.
No, it was before that. The actual internet was an actual U.S.
It
military.
was dial up
It
when I was
but
dealing
what
with
you're
internet.
talking about before the population actually got privy to the internet. But yeah, the actual internet started in like the 60s or 70s. The military made it. It was for like communicating between military
Yeah, dude,
organizations.
I remember when my parents like had like little flip phones and shit. And I was playing Tetris on them.
Yeah,
It was badass. Those were the days.
those are the best phones, dude.
I remember like
Dude,
having
you know
like,
when you would get nude on a flip phone,
and you got
you'd be like,
I never-
shit,
I never
because
got
you know
that.
they had to like now like there's just screenshot all these angles with a flip phone. You like mirror pic with a flipped up phone. You're like,
Don't
damn.
send anything. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? These freaking data companies can intercept anything you send.
just
Oh,
know that.
absolutely, they're listening to this podcast
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
I
about
hope they
this
are. I hope they are, so they can
pandemic.
learn something. The fake pandemic.
What do you think about college? Because you're 20, you just graduated a year ago.
No, I mean, I guess college is for some people. Like some people to find structure and shit. But I mean, I could never go to college. I was good in school. Like I graduated 3.8.
I was good in school too.
Yeah, I was
But,
I never got in trouble. I was a good kid. I don't know.
I got in trouble. I got in trouble a lot.
But I guess some people just need that like structure, I think. And dude, I don't know. I had my pilot's license while I was in high school, so it was like now I'm doing other stuff. It's kind of secret.
But you have a good situation. And I hate when people that come from like good families that are well off and people like, oh fucking that's his daddy.
like what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Yeah. What the fuck wasn't your daddy doing that? And it's like, it doesn't matter because I like to see if you come from that position, I like to see what you do with yourself in that position.
Yeah,
Because if
yeah.
you go and you put yourself in a good position to succeed, it doesn't matter what the fuck you do.
Yeah, at least I'm not like fucking Hunter Biden.
Oh
taking,
my God, Hunter Biden, dude. Hey, that shit is wild, dude. And
Is Hunter Biden? He's not the son that went to the military, right? Or is he?
now he went to the military, got
he
kicked
didn't-
out for cocaine.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
like at least
dude.
I'm not like a fuck like him.
You
so.
see, you hear about this whole laptop situation?
I heard about it, but I didn't
His
know.
laptop. So if any of you guys haven't heard about Hunter Biden, I guess this is where we're gonna go. I didn't expect to go into.
I only heard snippets.
Well,
that's
we'll
all.
move back to flying later.
Hunter Biden. He left his laptop. He left his laptop at some laptop repair shop, and
Oh no way! That's how he
Yeah.
got caught.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
even signed a receipt with the payment and everything. And he never went back and picked it up. Probably on crack got in the way. And then the person who worked at the shop, they had the laptop and they were trying to figure out who had it. So they got into it. And then they saw all this incriminating shit on there, all these pictures. Like,
Oh shit!
dude, there's been so many pictures going around on the internet of Hunter Biden, like passed out with a crack pipe in his mouth and shit. I'm like,
Really?
oof, that's not a good look. He had like real bad, like cracked teeth. Like, he looked like a vampire, just all vampire
Dude,
teeth.
I did not
and then
know
got
that.
like, he was at a dentist with his cracked teeth, and then they got fixed with veneers or whatever. But yeah, his laptop, the owner of the place made a copy of it. And then
the tech repair guy, didn't he?
the tech repair
Yeah.
made a copy of all the shit that was on there, gave it to some lawyers.
Yeah, because the FBI didn't want. They already had it, but they didn't want to release it or something.
That's
like that.
fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
They had that shit for a year. The FBI had that
Yeah.
for a year. What are we doing, guys?
They were.
Shit's so corrupt at the top. That's what I'm saying. Shit is so corrupt at the top. All these people like are on the verge of losing power. Like they're like, ah.
Yes, they are. They are.
I don't know, that's crazy.
And finally, because like for real, they have been taking advantage of the system for far too long, and I can't stand it personally. But I think everybody's finally becoming aware of what's happening.
Yeah, Hunter
Finally.
Biden out here getting placed on as a board member of these big ass companies with zero experience, they would be like, "Hey Tom, we're gonna need you to go sit on the board of fucking Facebook."
Yep.
I don't know shit about social media. Hey, it doesn't matter. We're getting $3 million out of this. What?
Oh, yeah. Facebook, Google, Alphabet, who owns Google and YouTube, Twitter.
Aren't they all in deep shit right now because they've
I
been
hope
deleted?
so.
They
There's
are
11 states that are they're suing them essentially.
because they've been like
antitrust.
Actively
Yeah.
interfering in
Yeah,
the
they've been
election.
deleting all the Hunter Biden shit. So they're like in deep shit right now.
They don't give a shit about America. They just want something else. Let's just say that.
But that's crazy that, like, if anything Trump, it gets just blown up. It doesn't matter if it was like fake or if it was just like a false alert. Twitter will trend that shit till the cows come home. Like, put that shit on Front Street. But then anything else like Biden, they're like, the fact checkers say that this is false.
Yeah.
Who are these fact checkers? Like, who are these fucking nerds? And they're like, that's not true. But it's like, but there's shit that is true. And then they say it's not true. There's big tech. And this is my theory. Are they the like shadow government?
No, they're part of it. They're part of it now.
Are they the secret? Because they could literally control how people think. If they censor shit, they don't let you see something. And then if you see, they could push what they want you to see. You see that every day. And then it's eventually, you're going to see it so much that you just become accustomed to it. And then you're like, it's going to be normal. So you're going to believe this lie just because it was put out to you. If you say something long enough, and it's a lie, you'll convince yourself.
They learned from how China was using their search programs. You know what I mean? Like they learned how.
China doesn't have any like social media and shit like that.
They do,
besides,
but
like,
it's all they
besides,
do.
like WhatsApp.
They
or
do.
something.
But not for the people.
They do,
Yeah.
but
people can't use it.
Yeah,
they
they don't even have
it.
Google. I'm pretty sure.
They have Google now, I believe,
Oh,
but
really?
they have a bunch of different programs that they can use within their infrastructure, and they're all censored. And if you say anything wrong on those, you're gonna get.
Imagine being in China and you type into your Google. That's part. Is China communist? And you have a knock on your door. The CCP. Hey, hold on. Do you guys remember when Corona was first starting and there was like videos of people in China like hawking up blood and like throwing up blood and shit?
I remember that.
What the fuck was that? Dude, has that happened anywhere out here?
I doubt it. Dude, I remember.
There was like people getting drugged out of their houses. Like,
I remember seeing a story on like Facebook. Like, I probably still have my photo somewhere. I screenshot it. Like, basically, this guy's like, yeah, the world is ending. Like, I don't know. It was
that's some 28 days later
story
shit
I ever read. Yeah. And I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, people were like just dying on the spot, like hawking up blood and shit. And I remember that. I'm like,
I think
people don't forget. Well, I don't forget, but most of the people today are fucking headline readers, so it's just like they have people have goldfish memories these days. They see this something else shiny over here, fucking bouncing on the walls.
They also just recently reported that there was the bubonic plague in China now. I was like about half a month ago, I think. So it's like there's an interesting what do you call it? Social media in China. It's different than out here, but also Google and Twitter and Facebook have learned of how China can control their populace by doing this kind of thing, you know. And they're probably trying to implement it across the world because they have the power to, and they can what do you call it? They can implement their own ideals essentially. You know, whatever that is.
Let China try to invade. Remember when China said they wouldn't? Or was it Japan that said we can't invade the U.S. because every American is like behind every blade of grass there's a gun?
Well, look what happened to Japan last time.
Got wrecked. Wrecked with a T.
America's built different.
Oh, Hiroshima. What I like right now that's going on is when we were watching the debates earlier, they're talking about Russia. Russia's nothing. Like CNN is like, oh, all this Hunter Biden stuff is Russian conspiracy. But like, at the beginning, when Trump first got elected, do you remember when they were talking about how Trump got peed on by like Russian hookers?
No, I never remember this in my life.
There was a story that
I think Brody, you're a headline reader.
I was jacking off to it. There was a story about CNN was pushing it hard, saying we have information from some secret Russian people that Trump was in a hotel and he was getting pissed on by hookers. They were like Don Lemon's fucking corny ass was talking about this.
Don Lemon, no,
and Chris Cuomo.
Yeah, and Chris Cuomo, both of them.
They totally fuck. Chris Cuomo and Don Lemon
fuck. Okay, how can we get her on the podcast?
Kate Brown?
Yes.
No, I'm gonna get arrested. Kate Brown isn't.
Good luck.
Anyway, sorry. Let's continue.
Yeah, right. There'd be a Secret Service outside.
Who gives a shit? They can come in too if they want.
They can come in too. Have either of you ever jerked off while on a Zoom call with another person?
I've never even been on a Zoom call.
I've never been on a Zoom call as well. Thank you. Somebody. Holy crap. We talked on like Instagram video and stuff like that here and there, but I've never been on a Zoom call.
I've never been. Like I've done a lot of Zoom calls. I don't really like it. Like I've never been one of those persons, because I have some friends, like some of my American friends, they'll just like FaceTime me all the time. I'm not a FaceTimer. Like I don't care about FaceTime. Like I sit there like staring at each other, or like talk to me and come over.
Yes,
then we'll
a regular call is much better in my opinion.
Well, there's this CNN dude who got caught, like he pulled his dick out during a Zoom call. He thought he was out of the chat. Like he thought he was out of the room, because Zoom could be like multiple people, a bunch of people. And he thought he was out of the room, like whipped out his dick. And then Jeffrey Toobin, that's his name, if you want to look him up. But ever since then, BuzzFeed and like CNN was releasing headlines like, don't act like you have never whipped out your dick on a Zoom call before. They didn't say dick, but don't act like you've never whipped out your private parts on a Zoom call. No!
He's not even young. He looks quite old, actually.
Yeah, I've never been on a Zoom call.
He's just probably an exhibitionist. He's like, I
want to show you my...
That's aggressive.
They're very aggressive.
And then
it's also probably on purpose as well.
Some of these headlines are like, people need to stop feeling uncomfortable with masturbation. What? On a Zoom call? Like you just whip out your dick on an interview? It's fucked. So what's up, Tom?
What's next?
20 years old. You got a girlfriend. How long have you been dating your girlfriend?
Fuck, it'll be 1 year in November.
What's your thoughts on marriage?
I don't know. Well, if she listens to this, I got to keep it on the
She's not going to listen to this. No one listens to this.
Yeah, we got one viewer. That's me.
It's just really
yeah, just us two. It's just us two. Yeah.
No, I don't know yet. I'm thinking about it. We'll see.
If you were single right now, what are your thoughts on marriage?
Oh, if I was single?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've heard it from like a lot of different people. Like, I don't even know. But everyone, the basically the end answer I get is like, yeah, get married. It's fun. Like, I wouldn't want to stay single. So. Oh,
I love being married. Absolutely. And being married to me saved my life, I feel like, because I was fucking reckless as shit, dude. Absolutely.
Dude, you remember that time? This is not probably one of your reckless days, but do you remember when you bought that horse head with surgery?
You bought a horse?
No, not a horse. Not a horse. The horse mask.
Oh, we bought a horse mask.
You bought a whole ass horse.
Yeah, it's in the bag, dude. It's expensive as fuck.
Why don't you buy a horse?
Trying to get ready for the Kentucky Derby, my guy.
Oh shit!
You're just roping shit in your backyard on a horse.
No, but yeah, I believe that probably some stability that comes with marriage, but I'm not married, so
especially we come from. If any of you guys don't know, we're Russian Orthodox. We come from a community that, essentially, most of the people within our community get married at than the average. I think most people. I think the average age is like 28 that people get married.
I think average. That's like your high average. I feel like.
Is that a high average?
Yeah, I think
not for us Russians, but
yeah.
Like,
for us Russians, I think it's like 22. It's like
You think it's 22?
Yeah.
I think it's 21
for guys at least.
For guys,
it's also a lot older than it used to be. 20, 30 years ago, there were people getting married a lot younger than that as well.
See, and I'm a cradle robber, so I turned 26 like right before my wedding, a couple months before my wedding, but I kind of experienced life before. Like I fucking traveled, went all over the U.S., had friends all over, went and visit all of them, and then I was like, okay, now I'm gonna get married because I got all my fuckboy shit out of the way, whatever I needed. But then when I see like a lot of the girls that get married at a young age, and I'm like, man, you can't get married before you're 21. I feel like if you get married before you're 21, you kind of just wasted like a good year of your life.
I'm not sure.
I
don't know either.
If you're dating someone already before you're 21, then you're like kind of, and you have been dating for a while.
I feel like I was never really like a partier. Like, yeah, I went out some days, but I never really like one day of drinking, I was done. Like I was dying. So
not me, dude.
I'm like whatever.
Me and Captain A-Cat, we would pull like multiple days, dude.
I couldn't do that.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that anymore, dude. After a wedding, I come home. I'm like, besides like my work calls, anyone else will like. a Tuesday after a 2-day wedding, on a Tuesday, you're not gonna hear from me.
Dude, I see like those.
I'm dead to the world.
I see, like I come home after drinking. I'm just like done. But I see those people on like Snapchat drinking beer like at lunch at 12 o'clock. Just like
No.
Like, dude, how do you do that? Like
No.
I don't know. I guess I grew up in like a just crazy household, like especially with my dad, and like I was never raised that way. Like get your fucking work done, and then
Yeah, there's a time for, and there was like, but when I was younger,
but I'm guilty of it too. Like today, I had a beer with some guys, but they took us out for lunch, obviously, and so I'm like, fucking,
I get paid. I get paid to take people out for lunch.
Yeah.
So like, I'll go,
oh yeah.
Ever since I started my new job, I'll go like, it's like lunchtime. I'm like, yeah, I'll get a gin and tonic, and then I look, I'm like, fucking like 11:40, like 11:40 on a Wednesday. I'm getting a gin and tonic at lunch.
We're playing on Thursday. We're playing with Sherwin Williams, or like on a Thursday we're playing with Sherwin Williams, and we're like, yeah, we'll freaking get some beers. Like, who cares? We're golfing.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You can have beers when you're golfing.
Absolutely. We take people out golfing all the time. You take out people golfing, drink some beers.
Yeah, dude, that tournament was badass. I golfed that tournament.
Terrible.
Mine was terrible that game.
Terrible.
Yeah.
On Sunday when you guys were over there, was that Sunday?
Probably.
Sunday morning?
Yeah, you see my golf roulette?
Dude, I put it on the ninth hole. I put it like right on the edge, like 5 foot away from the greens on my drive.
Dude,
it's like a 300-yard drive.
I can't drive for shit.
I can't drive for shit. I can
You had a 300-yard drive?
Probably.
Bro.
If that was ninth hole Evergreen?
300 yards.
Dude, that last hole at Evergreen,
Yeah.
I was about 5
probably
feet.
300.
I mean, I fucked up my par and my birdie on that. I still ended up getting a bogey on that.
I couldn't get past 240 or 250. I played for years. I played since I was like 11 to 17 or 18.
Dude, I don't even pull out my driver. I drive with my hybrid or my 6-iron. I'll just lay it up. I
What?
literally cannot.
Yeah, pussy. You play it safe or what?
Yeah, I cannot touch my driver, but I'll still par. Be like,
On even like a 5 par?
par 5.
Mo, do you golf?
We're going to have to go again, but we'll see how good I am after freaking 14 years. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's like my ACL is ripped in half. So I only played golf. We had a company golf tournament. That was the first time playing golf in a year. And I'm like, oh, it don't hurt at all. And then ever since then, I've been trying to jam pack like 10. I've golfed 10 times since the tournament that we
I probably golfed like 6 times too.
Yeah.
That was a fun tournament.
I went Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, just every day.
If you guys, I didn't bring my clubs with me. They're really old anyway. But if you guys, I don't want to run.
I got a driver for you.
But we can't. We have to. If you're like going to be playing on the course, to have your own club set, right? So.
I think you can rent it some nice courses.
Yeah, you can rent something. Okay. Yeah, I'll rent some. I'll play for sure. I will see how good. But first, I'm gonna get my freaking swing back. So let's go to Topgolf first, and then let's go there afterwards.
He's gonna Topgolf.
You're gonna ruin your swing at Topgolf.
Okay, then how about this?
Drunk as shit.
Yeah, you'd be like six drinks in, just like.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna hit the back wall.
300 is insane to me. That's freaking.
Well, that's probably a lot of.
No, I could crush them when I get a good shot.
Damn.
Most of my shots, I fucking splice the shit out of them.
I snapped my driver at that tournament. They're like, "Hey, take out your driver." It was the last hole. We're on the 9th, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take it out." I take it out, just straight ball to freaking driver contact. My head flies like 60 yards, and I was like, "Fuck!" Like one time I took my driver.
When you hit those good shots, you're like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" It feels so good because all day you're just struggling on your drives. Hitting 3 balls off the tee box, trying to play the best one.
So you guys both golf then a lot.
Yeah,
I try to.
I
pretend that I'm good at golfing. I talk a lot of shit.
That's like same with me. I talk all. We're playing scramble. Talk all this shit, but my partner's doing everything.
Oh, dude, my scramble partner was so good. He's like, I need you to shoot first every time, because anytime I shoot anything bad, he'd save me. But if I would have a good shot, I'd be like, all right, fuck, we're playing that one, dude. Yeah. It's so bad. It's like, play my ball.
It's a plan. I don't know when, but I would love to start golfing again. It's just been a long time.
I need to get good, dude, especially in my current line of work. Everybody golfs, and I need to get good at golf because I can't just be talking shit.
I'm actually taking lessons, actually.
Who you take?
Langdon Farms.
I want to go. How much you paying this dude?
He did like some winter special. He's like the number 2 instructor in Oregon.
Really? What's his name?
Bruce Furman.
Don't know him.
I don't know. He looked pretty old in his picture, but I don't know. I'm gonna try him out. Like 6 1-hour lessons, like $500.
Oh yeah. I need to go, dude. Like I said, golf.
Yeah, or like 5:40. I don't know, but it's
And
like right
he
next to
knows
our
it. He
office. So
knows
I'm
what's
like,
up.
boom, on my way from work.
Dude, golf's the
Yeah.
sport. Whatever kids I have, I'm gonna put them all into golf.
Yeah.
Dude, it's the one sport you could literally play your whole life. I mean, like you could be out there in a walker, like, oh, I'm gonna go.
Dude, but like even for business and everything, like so good to have
everybody
golf.
golfs, especially in our line of work.
Even-
Everyone
yeah, like,
golfs.
Everyone like, and especially you go meet with another company, it's like you get some of the most productive meetings sometimes just golfing.
Yeah, you sit in the golf cart waiting for someone to hit, drink a couple beers.
Meeting.
No, it literally is.
I
Is a meeting.
I understand. It feels like it is. I've never
Do
been.
you know how many backroom $1 million meals get made in a golf cart?
Yeah. No,
Like, dude,
I understand.
so
that.
many.
I've never actually experienced that in my life. I've always did it like tournaments and stuff like that. That's all I did. Was like just like go golfing, maybe a couple of tournaments, small ass freaking tournaments, lose, and then like continue on. But I'd
It's
love
so
to start
hard,
again.
dude. Golf is so hard, especially like
Yeah, you
most
just
sports
gotta
that I
have a beer
play.
and be patient.
Well, let's try it again. I can't wait to see how I do again. I
Yeah,
could be
but-
the worst in the world, but I can also maybe I retained some of that knowledge when I was a kid, and then we'll see what happens.
I played Evergreen like 4 days straight, and then we went and played at OGA. Dude, OGA pretty tough. We've been playing nothing but Evergreen.
Yeah, you gotta hit like through the valleys and shit.
Yeah, some of those holes, dude. But when you're going looking for your ball, there's just balls everywhere. I need to take my little brother next time I go golfing. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna drop you off in this forest just because I'm picking up some balls. Yeah, dude, you have an open invitation whenever you want to come on with anything. Just hit us up, dude. We'd be down. And thank you for coming on. If you have,
it was an honor.
If you have Instagram, Twitter, and social media, anything you want to plug?
Oh shit, let's see. I don't even know my Insta username.
Oh man, I've been talking about it for so long, and all my friends are giving me shit. I need to delete my social media. You know how hard it is?
Why do they want you to delete yours?
I want to delete my social media because I think it takes away from living life.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I get the marketing factor of social media. If you have a business, it's an absolute in 2020. It's an absolute. It's essential to run a fucking business.
Yeah, it's a
if you don't
necessity.
have a social media or you don't have any marketing strategy for your company, get the fuck out. Like you're not gonna succeed.
It's annoying, but yes, that's correct.
As my personal, I don't want it.
Yeah.
So, and I want to hire someone to come do Roadhouse. Hey, and if you guys send inquiries to roadhousemedia@gmail.com if you want to be a social media guru, by all means, let's see what you got. Send a resume over there and show me that you're a fucking social media king or queen. We don't discriminate over here, but it's I get so irritated that everything is on Snapchat. You know, like
yeah, like people don't even use like messages anymore. They just snap you.
yeah, and like I have a lot of contacts. I have some people that I talk to on Snapchat all the time, but I don't have their phone number.
Yeah,
And it's
like us.
yeah, exactly. And I should probably get your phone number
Yeah.
after this.
That's fine. The whole idea is that like using it. It's been like a exponential increase of people just not living life because they're looking at their phones, regardless
Yeah.
of
Or
what
like,
it is,
yeah, dude,
you know?
you're hanging out and like you're seeing something cool, like when people are at concerts. Like, also stop fucking posting those snaps.
Yeah, like when people post the whole concert, it's like,
Yeah,
come on, dude.
Yes, exactly, 100%.
Come
Because
on,
you're supposed
dude.
to enjoy that. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You're going there for a reason. These people have practiced for freaking 25 years, and they're playing their heart out. And yes, you're enjoying it, but at the very same time, you're not enjoying it as much as you could be by just.
You're not living in the moment.
Yes,
at the
exactly.
time, because you're like, oh, popping a bottle of champagne. All the girls like, oh my god, we're popping this bottle of this, and instead of like, dude, put your phone away, pop the bottle. Everyone fucking.
Everyone just
Like,
go party and have
you're
fun.
together,
Yeah.
like start drinking, but then you're like, oh, okay, hold on. Before you pour the glasses, let me post this to my Snap story. Like, no, fuck you, fuck you.
Do it again so I can record you.
I missed it. I missed the
Yeah,
bottle.
yeah.
No, dude, it's.
No, yeah, that's why like those trips where you just got no service, it's just you and your buddies.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, and
dude.
everyone just drinking beers and just bullshit and having fun. But
Yeah, it's
yeah, like the
nice.
only thing I post on my Instagram is like flying videos, gas my girlfriend up. Like that's it.
Yeah, man, you gotta gas.
You gotta gas your girlfriend up. Yeah.
absolutely.
My girlfriend's gonna be like, "You never gas me up."
I know they always say that. What do you mean I don't ever
I
gas?
know. I just
Yeah.
posted a picture of you.
I know they always want you to make you feel bad about something. Always, but
But no, yeah, all I do is post flying videos and shit. So it's like I barely scroll through my Instagram.
yeah, guys, take notes because like people are literally your phone is connected to your hand. You're integrating your own like consciousness into your cell phone by like Just put it down, dude. Enjoy the moment. I can't stand. How are you like even if you're at a concert? How are you watching the concert if you're just staring at your phone, like making sure you got a good like?
Yeah,
Fuck
like
you,
even
dude.
even my friends sometimes like they have these like they're going out, they have these funny ass snaps and shit. I'm like, man, I never take snaps. I never take pictures with anyone.
I
like,
rarely take snaps now.
I never have anything, no pictures with anybody. I just like enjoy the moment. Like, but then I kind of regret it sometimes. Like,
If I post a story,
Maybe.
probably because
Yeah.
I'm fucked up. Like
Yeah,
I realize
honestly.
that most of my snaps come from me being drunk. I'm like shit, and I always delete them. I always delete my snaps after like 300 people saw them. I'm like fuck.
I try not to because I'm like I try to own my mistakes if there are mistakes, but it doesn't matter. Maybe once in a while, leave it in your car for like the whole time. Whatever you're doing, try that once and see how you feel. You know, maybe you'll be like yearning for the phone back in your hand, but at the very same time, you might enjoy yourself a lot more. You don't know until you try it.
Oh,
And
there is
literally-
people though. Trust me. Like, oh man, can you unlock your truck so I can get my phone?
Yeah, it's for sure. Like, exactly. It's like an addiction. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, you know, try it out.
phone shit, dude.
We're on a digital wave of technology currently.
Yes, it's transhumanism. It's basically trying to turn your body into a mix between technology and humans, essentially. But yeah,
It's that AI shit, dude.
it
Dude,
is.
Skynet.
Elon
It's some
Musk.
Terminator shit.
Neuralink.
Yeah, dude.
Elon Musk, dude.
Dude, he's like, isn't he like that? He's like the number one. Like, I don't know. I heard he like
Do it.
like crazy into artificial.
I
intelligence.
like you. I like Elon Musk though.
Yeah, I like Elon too. I like
think that
him.
he has a good heart for what he's trying to do, but at the very same time, I don't
But
know.
he
if
knows-
fully
Mark
knows.
Dude, yeah.
Zuckerberg can go
Yeah.
fuck himself.
But same thing with Elon Musk, dude. He knows what AI can do. He's like,
Oh, yeah.
he's even came out and said it, and he's like,
And
dude,
he's in support of it too.
yeah.
that's the
But he's
thing,
like,
I don't
dude,
know if he-
AI can come fuck shit up, and I'm
If
like,
he's
it's inevitable.
He knows it,
Yeah.
but he's still going for it. Meaning like I don't know where his true loyalties lie, but I think he's good.
like
So,
I'm just thinking about it right now, dude. AI is fucking crazy. Like, you're like, hey, let me shut this AI off. But he's like, nah, dude. Like, I'm way too like the AI is like, I'm too smart.
You
now.
can't.
Like,
You my
it's
job.
crazy.
My job can't be replaced by AI.
Imagine this. Imagine that you were. Imagine that you had this Neuralink inside your brain and you can access everything on the internet, every single thing on the internet for 10 years straight. Like, man, this is amazing. Everything is so much more. You're all of a sudden a new type of human being. Imagine if all that goes away. Is there going to be some kind of like ridiculous withdrawal syndrome because you don't have the access to that immediately? Is it going to be like
I got
kind of
no
like a
clue.
drug?
That's some
Short circuit.
That's some Lucy shit, dude. She turned
Yeah.
herself into like a thumb drive.
yeah,
Is that what she did in the movie?
that was a cool movie, but I don't remember. I don't remember.
She turns herself into like a thumb drive, right? I'm pretty sure, like all her knowledge.
Lucy.
Yeah, you know when she has like
Like Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
watch Lucy. Oh, I
You didn't watch
did
it?
watch Lucy, but I fell asleep.
It's not bad. You got to pay
She like
attention.
she like turns herself into a fucking computer. Like she's so smart, she turns herself into a computer. I don't get it.
Yeah, this-
Obviously,
see-
that's physically impossible, but like,
I see the future like Westworld or Ex Machina. Have you seen Ex
No, I
Machina?
haven't seen it.
Oh, watch that shit. That
So,
shit will creep you the fuck out.
Deus Ex Machina means from man to machine, essentially. So I've never seen this show Ex Machina.
You never watched the movie?
But I do know what Deus Ex Machina means.
Oh yeah.
And-
Go watch Ex Machina, dude.
Okay, I'll check it out. I'll check it out, I'll
take
check
a
it out
look
for
at it now.
next episode. Yeah,
It's
for sure.
like a rich ass dude living in the woods, and he has like all these like people. It was essentially like if Mark Zuckerberg had a cabin in the woods, and he put out an award for one of his employees to come check out his cabin, and his employee comes out to the cabin, and it's like, oh, he's just doing a whole experiment on this new employee that comes, and robots that you think are people, but they're actually robots, and wild shit, dude.
sounds like some crazy shit.
I'll have to check it out. That sounds awesome.
And with that, let's get the fuck out of here. Anything you want to put? What's your Instagram?
Oh, Tom _ Ivanov, IVANOV _
Right there. Tom Ivanov.
I post my flying shit.
I will not share my information. Just kidding.
Zero Dark 30.
Zero Dark 30. No, producer forever at nothing.
Oh, he said it. He said it. Make sure you don't let him cut that out.
Yeah. Don't let him cut that out.
Yeah.
Why would that be an issue though?
I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I thought it
Catch
was
me
like
outside.
No, I don't mind being on.
On the grid.
No, it's not an issue. I don't have.
what's
actually,
like the guy?
I really
what's
don't
the
have,
DJ
like, a-
in Wild and Out? When they like
Chanel West Coast.
Wild.
No, that's from Ridiculousness.
Yeah, Wild and Out. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh my God. Hey, Becky Robinson from Wild and Out. Answer my IG message and come on the show. I've been at this
Really?
chick's from Tiger. There's a chick on Wild and Out from
Dude,
Tiger.
I'd actually love to go to that live.
Dude, be
That'd
badass.
be badass.
Well, guys, thanks for listening to the Roadhouse Podcast. Follow us on Instagram at TheRoadHouzPod, Twitter at Roadhouse. Any questions, suggestions, comments, whatever the fuck you want, send those inquiries to roadhousemedia@gmail.com, and we'll see you next week, fuckers. Tom, Moise, thanks for being here. Really appreciate you guys for showing up, making this a good time. And until next time, boys and girls, peace.
Later.
Don't go, you'll never let me know. No way, don't go if you never can know. Hey, don't go.
Ground control.
What's going on, ground control? Sunset or the ocean.
Control.
What's going on, ground control? Looking up at the stars. Looking up at the stars. Feel it no more. I feel like I lie hitting the shore. What are we gonna do about this? I can't say anymore.